All right, for the intro, one of the first things you hear at the end of the 4 bars of the drums is this noise, and allegedly, the story goes, that Jimmy took a slide and went like that each time. So it was an overdub. He had a guitar where he just had some sort of a slide, and he hit the strings and slide down on beat 4 in each one of those bars in the intro. 1, 2, 3, like that. So one way to emulate it is to just go with your hand. 1, 2, 3, something like that. And then the main lick going back and forth between 7th fret of the D and 5th fret, and then 8th fret on the low E. So first bar, at the end there, you play a 5th fret of the G string, or you can get a bar across the G and the B string. Bar 3, he ends with a bend 8th fret on the B string up a whole step, back down and pull off. And then in that last bar, he just goes, just a trill between the G and the A. I'm using my pinky. You can use your ring, whatever you prefer, and then the melody comes in. So you start 5th, 8th on the B string, and then bend up a whole step. Unbent, and then pre-bent vibrato. Come down on the 7th fret of the G string. 7, 5, 7. That's 7 on the D, 5 on the G, 7 on the G. Bend it up, 8th fret of the B. And then a trill. And the same thing twice. It ends with a longer trill. And then it goes into the interlude. Okay, here's the higher guitar part that goes along with that. All right, so I put those into this guitar part. Why not? And then we're going to come in with the melody. So this starts up in 17th position. It's actually all played up there. 17th on the B, 20th. So it's the same thing that we played down here, but an octave higher. But I go. So that's up on the 20th, come down on the 20th on the G, 19, 17. So it's the same lick, really. 19, 17, 19. 19, 17, 19, 20. And then you repeat that. All right, so this is a little bit of a twist on the other part. We're going to go. So you play that A octave first, 5th fret, 7th fret. 5, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5 twice, down to 8, bend slightly. And then another trill. You're going to do that 3 times, and the last time you go. So on beat 3, and then it goes into the main lick in the tune that's doubled by the bass, and that's 3, 5, 5, 7. And that's muted, palm muted, so you lay your palm across the strings. 3 and going between 3, 5 on the 6th string and 5, 7 on the D string. All right, now let's add that overdub part. All right, so this part through the first 4 bars is just these little dead string hits with echo repeats. You can hear them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. So at the end of those first 4 bars, you got 13th fret, 12th fret of the high. And then after that, so I'm just strumming. After that is where that lick comes in. So in the second bar of that, you do this slow bend, just barring across the 7th fret on the G and the B, and you basically end up with the sound of the G string up a whole step and the B string up a half step. Slowly release it, and then in the last bar you have 1. So a bend and release. You could also pull off if you want. Then you go back up to that 13th, 12th. All right, this rhythm part, the first part of it is just on the G and the B string. So 5th fret, barring across with the index, 7th fret, slight bend, back to a trill. Second time you just hold that vibrato. Third time, back to that trill, and then, so that's 8, 5, and then 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5, D string, G string. And there you're bending 7th fret on the G string and barring across the top 2 at the 8th. So we're coming up from that bass line like riff. So that band laying across the 7th fret of the G and B. And then again. Then the last time. So we're band and release, 5th fret, 7th fret on the D. And then you end up 5th fret of the G and B. right, so this plays little licks between the vocal part. So nothing in bar 1, bar 2, 1. So we're bending the 8th fret of the G up a whole step. Another one of those catching the same fret on the G string. And then that's unbent. 7, 5, and then nothing in the next bar, and then in bar 4. So we start 7, 5, 7, bend, 7th fret up a whole step, release, pull off, and then pull off 7, 5 on the D string. And the second time he just goes, so no pull off at the end. Then we have 2 bars of rest. This is where he sings, knowing all the time, still be roaming the countryside. Doubles the other guitar. And then you can, if you're playing a secondary part, play this riff again. Or just lay out and go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that comes in at the very end of the section. Beats 3 and 4. 1, 2. So then that's 13, 12, top 2 strings.